Welcome to Shamanic Journey 101, to our wounded fathers, the wounds that our fathers imposed upon us or that we experienced in our lives, and that connection of that's passed on the paternal side, going from father to child. The challenging relationships with our fathers or that father figure, may have hurt us in some ways that may have left a deep wound, creating like a profound impact on our well-being, not only the physical, but most in many cases, the emotional. And whether the actions were intentional or not, the person had a significant amount of power over us in shaping or understanding our lives. The healthy connections, the dysfunctional connections, and the deeper purpose behind the actions. Sometimes we recognize it as trauma. Those wounds manifest themselves in various self-sabotaging behaviors, either procrastination, perfectionism, unresolved anger, the fear of abandonment. And they all play somewhat of a role in our lives, right? Of how we find peace or break the cycle of some type of generational trauma. So, many cases, our fathers may have experienced challenges in their own fatherhood, in their own journey themselves with a parent, a guardian, or whoever they interacted with. But it's our own specific birthright, right? To recognize and address the father wounds that we may have, and to release them ourselves from the blame and judgment and the generational traumas that exist. Maybe to create a greater intimacy in the relationships that we share with our parents, our loved ones. And then as we as parents, having children, being able to reshape the relationships so as to create a better bond, a better connection. And to be able to challenge the darker sides of what we experience and have the courage to meet that head on. So healing the father wound with empathy and compassion is an important aspect. But most importantly is for us to be able to connect to our inner self and to embrace the wounded aspects of ourselves, that masculine force within us that sometimes we are confused with and how to interact with ourselves and other masculine men and our own children in general. So once we gain a deeper understanding, then we can move forward and have a greater profound relationship and impact on our own interaction, but with those around us. And so through this transformative journey today, and moving the energies of just thinking about it, we can maybe gain clarity about our own experiences and bring soothing and relief to our heart and to our inner soul. And so today, as we do this journey number 101, to our father wounds, it's an important aspect for us to take notice and to see and to go back and to feel what we felt and to recognize how those interactions play out in our everyday lives now, to see where we stand as it relates to that masculine energy and our ability to be able to feel as a man, to be able to feel our emotions rather than to think our emotions, which is such an important concept for us to be able to deal with, to meet that head on, to be able to understand that concept, the difference between thinking and feeling the emotions. The emotions flow, and we're allowed to allow them to come through and go, just like I mentioned in other journeys and other sessions where our emotions are like water. We have to allow them to flow where they go. If we block them or we put rocks up or we stop them, then what happens is they build up and they become overwhelming, and then we create more anxiety and more panic within ourselves. All right, so let's do a journey today to the wounded masculine within ourselves and to our father wounds and to that relationship that we shared with that paternal side of our family that's either been passed down, and finally we're left to deal with it and delve into it. And so let's go on a journey and to see what you retrieve and what spirit animal comes through to pass on information about that. Okay, so let's get in a comfortable position, either sitting down, lying down, and having the opportunity to cover our eyes so that we can remove any distractions from the external environment, and for us to breathe and to allow any information that comes through us to be able to pass through our unconscious mind and to be able to pass along information. So take a deep breath in And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Closing our eyes. One more breath in. And going on our journey, number 101, to our father wounds. Ready? Here we go. We enter the forest. A beautiful sunny day. The blue skies overhead. And a gentle breeze as the trees block out the sun's rays. We can smell the flowers blossoming and hear the birds whistling in the trees. Walk the path. It veers to the right. And we continue walking. Up ahead is an opening into a cave. Walk into that cave. We use our hands to navigate. Up ahead, we see the light from the opening on the other side. Make our way out. The path turns to the right, and we continue walking. And as we walk further on the path, we hear a noise to the right, and we stop, and we look. What spirit animal do you see? The animal looks at you. And you discuss the wounds you've had from your father and his ancestors. What you can do. What you can address. And what you can try to resolve. Listen for the answers. deep breath in and exhale. And thank the spirit animal as you head back for the cave. Through the darkness, using your hands to navigate. Searching for the light from the other side. You walk back on the original trail. And as you continue, you turn left. And as you walk on the trail, take one more breath and exhale. To the right is a pine tree. You stop in front of the tree and you put your arms around the tree and exchange energy. Feel the exchange. As you look up to the tree and thank it. And release your hands. As you continue on the path and out of the forest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Move your fingers, move your toes, shrug your shoulders, and when you're ready, come back into the room. Okay, this was Shamanic Journey number 101 to our father wounds, the challenging relationships with our father or father figure, as I mentioned before, that may have hurt us in some ways and left a deep wound and creating a profound impact on our well-being. And whether the actions were intentional or not, the person had a significant power over our mindset and over our development, shaping our understanding of our lives and the connections and the deepest purposes behind life's actions, and trying to understand that, right? Recognizing the traumas that exist and understanding where and what our parents experienced in order for us to better understand, not just using judgment and separation and boundaries, which are necessary, but also having a sense of understanding, compassion, if possible, to better allow one to go forward in creating a connection from the past and healing the wounds, if possible, for yourself and the next generation. So hopefully you received some information. If you can put that in the comments below, because I think it's a profound subject and a profound topic. And if you want to share what you experienced in the journey, I'd appreciate it, and would be fortunate to have some insight into that. I know I had my own personal journey, and I know that in staying the course and creating boundaries and believing in what I believed in, but also having an understanding of where I came from, I somehow felt like there was a healing that took place between myself, my father, and the generations before, and for me, the generations thereafter. And hopefully that continues and to shining a light on things that needed to be enlightened and to be exposed in order for us to grow and to heal. So I want to thank you for joining me today. And if you're not watching it now, and if you watch the follow-up, the recording, I hope you give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And I hope you have a great evening and a great week ahead. Have a great day. Bye.